and we winning against the.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to episode number 84, an emergency episode 84 of the Swoops podcast. So, the whole crew is here. You got myself, Eric, aka 32 and 17, after an ass whipping I just saw last night in the hands of the Los Angeles Lakers. You got Josh, aka Capture the Flag and Race for Ace 2025. And we got Armani, aka La Liga, and Ernest, aka Ladoncic. And there's a reason why he put the name Ladoncic as his mentions. As y'all woke up this morning or it was out late last night, an hour after the Knicks Laker game, a big bombshell trade happened. Luka Doncic trade to the Lakers for Anthony Davis and the 3-team deal that involved the Utah Jazz. At first, we all thought that the report got hacked by Shams Charania of ESPN. We thought that his account got hacked, but as reports came in slowly but surely, aka Chris Haynes, and also reported on ESPN, it's true. Luka Doncic is a Laker. Anthony Davis is a Dallas Mavericks, and a big-time blockbuster 3-team deal that involves second-round picks to the Utah Jazz. Max Christie goes to Utah. No, Jalen Hood-Schifino goes to Utah Jazz. Max Christie, along with Anthony Davis, to the Dallas Mavericks.
My
Luka Doncic,
Shayla.
and then
Shut up.
Luka Doncic
I want to hear that.
and Maxi Kleber
My Shayla.
to the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm stunned. I'm really stunned. We all are really stunned about this trade happening. But as it always has been, and they could talk about all their struggles. The Lakers always get their guy. Either if it's Shaq, Kobe, Magic, Kareem, LeBron, Anthony Davis, and now Luka freaking Doncic. So, Josh, I want to start with you because we're gonna leave the Laker fan for last. So let them gloat in their new acquisition. So, Josh, your thoughts?
Yo, first and foremost, you can see it on my face. I'm just still trying to add the stuff together, see how this makes sense. Dallas talking about Luka's pushing 270 offensive line weight. That's why they traded him, and that still doesn't click to me. I don't know, man. Zion was fat, and Pelicans was like, nah. So I don't understand this Luka. They pushing that he's fat. That's not a good enough reason for me. Like, I don't know. It's just so confusing. Rob Pelinka, you have to thank Nico Harrison, man. You have to thank him for just being able to keep this job like this. Like, you didn't have to do no work. You didn't have to do no work at all. Luka to the Lakers. Can you blame them? You can't even blame them. I know people gonna say the team is not complete. It's that, the people who always nitpicking that stuff. But you accept the trade now, figure it out later. You got a 24, 25-year-old all NBA player for a guy, AD. He is one of the better players in the league still, but like 32? Come on. Doing that any day. So Great trade for the Lakers. Right now, it's good for the Mavs. The immediate team is still good, but later on, man, it's looking dark. if you betting on your future with Kyrie and AD, 4 years down the line is looking kind of dark. I ain't gonna lie. So, wow, I can't believe the Lakers. Must be great to be a Laker fan.
Josh, you could be
That's
one
all I have to
too.
say. Huh?
You could be one too. You could be a Lakers fan.
Come on. I'm too deep. I'm too deep with the Nets right now, man. I got it tatted on me, man. I don't really got it tatted, but that's just a phrase like this. This is my shit. But it's just like I can't believe this. I can't believe this.
So my thoughts, I'm still stunned. But the Lakers always get their guy. And I don't want to hear about no struggle wars because it's like every 5 years, they get their guy. Pau Gasol. Remember that?
Wait, you know what's ironic?
It happened around the same time as
The same day.
the same day. Yeah.
The same day. 2008.
So basically my thoughts was like stunning move. Now if you really think about the moves, it literally threw a monkey wrench at the trade deadline because with all these rumors about who's getting traded, De'Aaron Fox, Jimmy Butler getting traded, this and that and the third, this trade came out of left field. Like I don't think anyone saw this coming. But if you really peel it back, it all makes sense of how Luka and the Mavs, they had a little riff on contract talks because he was eligible for to sign a supermax extension, and there were concerns from the Mavs front office saying that do we really want to pay this man this bunch of money per year if he's not going to be consistent or or how do you say it? Not consistent, but is going to be actually contribute the way he's contributing. But then again, it's Luka Doncic, one of the top 10 players in the league. So for the Lakers to get him at such a low price, and on top of that, he won't be eligible for the Supermax. Now it's like, oh, they really paid half of what he's gonna require for an extension. And now
They got him on sale.
they've literally got him on sale. And now with this, it's like, now what does this do for LeBron? That retirement talk, that's going out the window. I think he's gonna stay for another couple years. He's gonna stay for another couple years. And right now, the championship window has opened dramatically for another 2-3 years, just for this move alone. Now, as far for the Mavericks, with Anthony Davis coming to the Mavericks, it bolsters up their front line. And also on top of that, they didn't have to move Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington. Now they can really load up on the front line. You got Kyrie as your point guard, and on top of that, Anthony Davis is playing the 4. He's slotted into his natural position as the power forward, and this benefits them this year because they've owned the Thunder the last couple of years. This year and last year's playoffs. Now they match up. Now they match up very well against the Thunder, and I think the Lakers do also. So I think the Thunder are going to have a lot more competition coming out of the Western Conference. So I think it's a win-win move for both teams. And now for the Lakers, they need to get another big man, just like slide into the center position. So are the Lakers done making moves yet? Nope. Because you're gonna have the trade deadlines coming up, and the wheels are this trade is gonna have the wheels turning again. So it's a win-win for both the Mavs and Lakers. Utah, they stacking up picks and the young talent and Jalen Hood-Schifino. He wasn't getting any playing time with the Lakers. So
Ooh.
we'll see. Yeah, him. So we'll see about what's going to come next for the
Who's that
Lakers.
guy?
All right, so Ernest or Amani, y'all take the mantle.
First and foremost,
Ernest,
I want to.
wait. Ernest is live from the Lakers practice facility, as you see his sweater right now.
UCLA Health Center.
And El Segundo.
El Segundo. That's right.
I want to thank Anthony Davis, man. I thought it was fake, like for real. I thought it was fake, and
Thank you.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't anticipate this at all. Obviously, last night after beating the Knicks, and after all week, I'm thinking like, damn, this is going to be a tough game. Without Anthony Davis and Cat's been playing well. They're on a 4 or 5 game winning streak. They're hot, and we came out and it was a masterclass, so to speak. Defensively,
it was ass whipping.
Yeah, and all I thought about was like, man, I think we're starting to click. And I was like, man, I think we're starting to click. And this is without AD. When AD comes back next week, and with the trade deadline, we might be a legit contender. And so when Shams drops the tweet, I'm calling people and I'm trying to figure out, like, is this real or not? Like, what's going on? And lo and behold, about 2-3 minutes before like ESPN and Chris Haynes reported that it was real, I got the word that it was real. And I was in shock. Obviously, losing Anthony Davis, the last time we saw him on the floor, he had 42 and 20. And like, he was on a tear this year. And I just want to thank him for his services and bringing us a championship, one of the hardest championships that's to ever win. And just being like the guy that took us through the hard times as well. Like you could say arguably he's LeBron's best running mate, arguably ever. And
throw that out the window now. Throw that out the window now.
Well, yeah. Let me get to Luka in a second.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
And just personally, I'm gonna miss AD like a lot. I'm gonna miss AD a lot, man. Like he was by far my favorite Laker. Outside of Kobe, LeBron, like it was like he covered up so much for the flaws that we had, and and he got ridiculed for the ridiculous stuff about the injuries and things like that, and no one knows behind the scenes what he had to go through to to get to where he is today, and I just again will be forever thankful. His number will be in the rafters, like for sure. I can't speak highly enough about Anthony Davis. But on to the guy that we acquired for Anthony Davis was Luka Doncic. And Jesus, I mean, to have a guy that career averages 28, 8, and 7 on 40% shooting from three, damn near 50% shooting from the field. I mean, the efficiency is there. 6'8", 6'9" point guard that can shoot, can pass. You pair him up with LeBron James.
Jumbo Harden, man. Jumbo Harden.
Like it's crazy because me and Armani always talk. Me and other Laker fans always talk about like what's next, right? Like we always worried about like, damn, after LeBron retires, which is probably in 2 years or so, like who's the next co-star to go with AD? And like, what does that like timeline look like? And fairly thought it was going to get real dark for us. Like we were going to be a lottery team for a few years before we get back to contention. And to turn around and to get Luka, that there's no rebuild. Like it's just we're going to continue on, and now we have a guy at 25 that's not even at the peak of his powers yet, and it's remarkable. This also having Luka also extends LeBron's longevity, and that's another thing that I think it's a testament to the Lakers front office having the foresight. I know it was. I know for a fact it was difficult for them to let go of Anthony Davis, but also you can't blame them. You make that trade 10 times out of 10. Like if Luka's on the table, you have to get him. Especially if they approached you. They're like, the Lakers weren't, let me make this clear. The Lakers were not going out shopping Anthony Davis. They were not looking to trade AD whatsoever. Nico Harrison from the Mavericks came to LA and offered LA Luka. That's an offer you cannot refuse. I'm sorry. Like it is what it is. And you know, this is the cutthroat part of the business, right? And this is why I'm also a advocate for player empowerment. Like the same way the organizations can move guys without any hearsay, without any no say, a player should have the same autonomy. So I get it, I understand it. There's still some moves that have to be made. Obviously, like this is not going to be the final roster going into past Thursday. I do believe the Lakers will add another big. Hopefully, it's Walker Kessler. I'm praying. Probably not. I'm hearing Nick Claxton. I'm hearing Robert Williams. Guys like that. I would be ecstatic if we can figure out a way to get Miles Turner. But we'll see what happens. And obviously, I do think we need another guard. Obviously, like with Max Christie gone. Also, what do you do with Austin Reeves now? Because LeBron and Luka are going to have the ball in their hands now, like 90% of the time. Do you move Austin to the bench? Is he the sixth man, or do you trade him to get another all-star-ish type of guy? So there's a lot of moving parts that have to happen between now and Thursday, and especially in the offseason. But the Lakers have extended their window past LeBron James. I do believe another star will be on the way. Again, it's just a lot of moving parts have to happen. But as a Laker fan, it's like we got another great player. If you really think about it, Rob Pelinka turned Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Lonzo Ball, 3 first-rounders for Anthony Davis, a 2025 champion. I mean, a 2020 championship, and Luka Doncic. If you turn Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, and Josh Hart into Luka Doncic, I'm sorry, like that. That's a win. That is a win. And speaking in hindsight, that's a win. So, yeah, more to come, though. More to come.
I mean, I find it's crazy that we say all of this because we was calling for Rob Pelinka's job like this, like last season, this entire season. Like,
Yes.
And we discussed it before we went live. He definitely saved his job with this trade. And Josh, you even said it. He didn't have to do much. He had to put no effort into this at all. So, like, just my standpoint on this trade and a lot of the things I'm going to say. Well, I'm not even going to say it because Ernest he already covered it. But just one of the things that I question is just like the cohesion between Luka and Bron. You got like 2 Brons on the team, which is really crazy. Both guys need the ball, so how is that going to work? And I didn't even think of this, but like before I was just like, well, I still had it in my mind that LeBron was retiring next year, but with this, it definitely opens up a lot of gates for a different lot of possibilities and just for longevity, because I'm like, LeBron might as well just retire next year, because it's like, what's the point? If we're not getting better as a roster, we continue to fight for a play in every single year, then it's like, what are we really doing? You achieved everything you wanted to achieve in the league. You got your son in the league. You surpassed 40,000 points. Like, these are records that may never be broken. It's crazy to even say that because they did, but it takes a lot of longevity. We'll never see a player like this of this caliber, maybe in our lifetime. So just with that, but this definitely opens up a lot of different gateways for LeBron. And obviously the question mark is the center position, and first of all, I want to say thank you, AD, and just a lot of ground that AD covered. AD was a great perimeter defender. Well, not great, but good perimeter defender. You felt comfortable with him switching on guards and not feeling like, oh shit, like we're gonna get cooked. You felt comfortable with that. There's many times he had to switch on to Steph Curry and did a solid job on him. and he still held his own down in the paint. So now we need a center to complement Luka, because if this is the direction that we're going in, not too sure who's that going to be, but you also got to look at the rest of the competition in the Western Conference, and that one person that we cannot get past, that we have struggled with for the past couple of years, is Nikola Jokic. We still got to do something about him. Now this lets us go all in, like forget the rebuild stage and let's go all in. This opens up our title window for a good 3 to 5 years. What will make me happy about this is we got to do it. We have to do it. I said the same thing about AD trade when that first went down. We traded for AD. Now we got to capitalize on it. So I wish we would have got more titles out of it, but hey, AD definitely helped us win a championship at a really tough time. And in my opinion, like that was some of the best basketball I've seen AD play in just period, especially in that bubble run. Like he was on a different level, to be honest with you. But going all for the Mavericks, they did a wonderful job because they didn't have to give up any depth. The Mavericks didn't have to give up any depth in this situation, and then you also got 3 rotational bigs. So like they're set, and they still got a great team on paper to compete. But Josh, what you said down the line, I don't think that tandem of AD and Kyrie looks good in the long run. So solid trade. I'm happy with it, but I hate to lose AD because, like Ernest said, like AD was one of my favorite players as well too on the Lakers. Definitely helped us win that championship. And AD was somebody that I seen like I wanted him to do really well because I potentially wanted him to win MVP. I felt like he got robbed of DPOY, So, but yeah, all in all, still trying to process it, but I'm happy with it.
So, okay, so we have a memoriam for Anthony Davis. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Boom, 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 boom,
Oh,
boom,
Lord.
boom, boom, boom.
So Nico Harrison, the Mavs
I'm gonna
GM,
miss everybody. I'm
had a
gonna miss
press conference
everybody.
just recently, and there's some interesting tidbits that he had said during his press conference right now. So I'm gonna play a little bit of the clip and give me your thoughts on it. Hold on.
Any other teams besides the Lakers about this deal? No, and I'd like to give Rob Pelinka a lot of credit. Trades, you guys have been around here. Trades don't happen at the smallest level without stuff getting out. And Rob and I were able to have, really intense conversations over the course of, 3 or 4 weeks. That started out as a coffee that, was more, hey, would you ever? I don't know. Would I? Let me think of, and then it built about archetypes, and we talk about the culture that we want to create. So I know the type of players that he likes without actually talking to him. Hey, would you like, so I know that. And J Kidd coached them when they won a championship. So I think when you're aligned with your coach like that, I know the type of players that he likes. And so I felt good about it making sense to where we're trying to go. For either of you.
I wouldn't bet against
And if you've seen the video of Jason Kidd just like sitting there, just like out of wilderness, that says it all. I'm not sure if Nico really how could we say this? If he really figured out or just
Thought it through
or calculated the amount of just the
the aftermath of the situation.
yes, the aftermath, all of that, and just the sudden change of you're giving up your best player, your best player that you had that followed Dirk Nowitzki, and now okay.
Well, no Gizzy backsies. No Gizzy backsies.
Listen,
you can't resend the trade like 2K. Put your auto save on. Come on.
Even in 2K, they don't even allow this trade to happen to go down. So, and on top of that, like we're in the new CBA era of the second apron. So you figure how did this 3-team deal go down, knowing that one of these teams are in the first apron, or at least close to the second apron. So as well, Nico Harris is a world crew. Oh gosh.
Oh, wow.
Nico Harris should be fired. John Talento in the chat. So yeah, it's real interesting, and I'm not sure if Maverick fans are. No, actually, no. Maverick fans are not happy about this trade at all.
They're crashing out right now.
They're literally crashing out. You got a game today against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they got fans out there protesting in front of the arena.
Yo, what?
It's really that bad.
I just don't understand. Even if you had concern about Luka not signing back, his weight, whatever the case may be, how you only call one team? How you only call one team? That makes no sense.
Wait, what you say, Josh?
How you only call one team?
Well, what? I mean, didn't he reach out to multiple teams?
No, he didn't.
No, he did not. He said he reached out to one team. Contrary to what I heard, but he reached out to contradicting to what I heard, but he reached out to one team. That one team was the Lakers only. Which is weird because like did Luka ever signal he wanted to be in LA? Like, we'll never know. That first press conference is going to be insane though. When they introduce Luka,
yeah,
it's going to be insane. What I do like the most is obviously getting Luka. He's cheaper because he's not eligible for the Supermax anymore because he got traded. But we get a motivated Luka now. Like we get a Luka that's going to be on demon time. Yes, that is true.
I saw that earlier too.
That is true.
Same guy that fumbled the Steph Curry presentation at Nike. Doing this, I'm not surprised at all. That's somebody tweeted it on.
Yeah. But it's no coincidence that obviously the connection between Nico and Rob, because remember Rob Pelinka was also Kobe's former agent, and Nico Harrison was the Nike rep for Kobe Bryant. So the two guys have a relationship over the years. Agencies talk with companies all the time. So it's no surprise to me, that this kind of materialized that way. And then obviously Nico Harrison also represented AD when he was at Nike as well. So yeah, it's I wouldn't say he definitely wanted him there because he didn't know, but I mean he's not upset that he's here now. So but we think this was done already. Move franchise. I just think you pair Luka up with LeBron James, and I think we see a different Luka now. Like I think the Lakers benefit from this in more ways than we actually think, more than just the basketball stuff. Obviously, that fan base, he is a global like superstar. I don't know if people understand. Like Luka's a global superstar at this point. Now you put him in the Laker with the Laker brand and LeBron. Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
The only thing that concerns me is, and you read off his stats and everything. The man dropped 73 points on like incredible efficiency, and it's just like me personally, just his style of play. And I'm hoping that's something I could see that's different, because like he's a very ISO heavy dude. So that's what I'm saying. Like if we're going in this direction, we gotta bring other people to complement him and like further this plan. That's just me personally.
That's what we're used to. We beloved Kobe because Kobe was an ISO guy. Give me the ball, I'm gonna make it happen. And we loved every single minute of it. We're gonna be fine. Trust me. We're gonna be fine with the same style play what Luka does. Obviously, to your point, though, we do need guys around the roster that could complement him and LeBron.
Mhm.
But when you think about it, those two guys, they're going to take the most shots. And I think if you keep Reeves outside of like those three guys, right? Reeves, LeBron, and Luka will take the majority of the shots. And then you get guys to do the dirty work. You have Vanderbilt. You have Dorian Finney-Smith. So you got two perimeter defenders already. Now you got to get a big, and
Jackson hates his ass. Straight up.
Buddy's terrible.
And
But,
where's C4s at? Where you at? Where you at, C4s?
So we'll see what happens. But listen, at the end of the day, the Lakers set themselves up for now and for later. And it is tough to see AD go, like it really is. But it's Anthony. It's Luka Doncic. It's Luka Doncic, man. Like he is. You can argue he is a top 3 player in the league, right? So, and I guarantee you now, those MVPs he was missing out on, he's gonna get them now. He's gonna get them now. But yeah, there's still more to come, man. Like I'm not gonna give my total thoughts until I see the finalized roster after this. So
I'm just now seeing what Angel was talking about. He put the Mavs community think it was done to get this franchise to Vegas, and I just saw the post on Twitter. The conspiracy theory is the expansion teams keep getting bought up. That's the first point. The Mavs, the new Mavs owner, owns casinos in Vegas. The third point, trading Luka would dry out the Mavs fan base and franchise. Then that would lead to the Mavs getting relocated. The Mavs owner offered up Luka in order for Adam Silver to move the Mavs to Vegas. I don't know. Listen, I get it. This trade happened so crazy that your minds is. I don't know. I would think if you move into Vegas, you still will want.
Yeah, you need a marquee guy,
team,
right?
Yeah,
exactly.
you need a marquee guy.
That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know, man. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, none of it makes sense. Even how it went down
makes sense for the Lakers. It don't make sense for the Mavs at all.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's hard for me to believe that you believe that AD and Kyrie, like, and don't get me wrong, that is a dangerous duo. Like, they're gonna be really potent.
Hey.
But like, for how long?
Point, Nico didn't really think this through, to be honest with you. It was like those in the moment, you know what, this sounds good, I'm gonna just do it,
You just reminded me, man. Kyrie, I gotta apologize. Mr. Hell, I gotta apologize, bro.
Yeah. What'd you say?
You are a better GM than Kevin Durant. I don't know how you for now. I don't know if we're thinking what is gonna happen happens, and y'all go and get Jimmy too, then
Josh, can you just let everybody know who you're talking about? We know who Hello is, but can you let the rest of the people know who you're speaking about?
Listen. Mr. Drew himself, man. Mr. Drew himself. I can't call him by his name, man. Ka, not Sanet.
I'm going to indirectly apologize to somebody.
You all right, Kyrie, you got it, bro. You took over the franchise. You took it from Luka, and they listening to you. I don't know how you did it. But I apologize, bro. I apologize. You got it. You won. You won at the end. That's what you wanted. You got it.
Yo.
So it's all forgiven? So it's all forgiven?
Not all forgiven. Not all forgiven. We didn't leave one of these. So it's not all forgiven. But yo, man, I just don't understand. Like, Nico, we need he walked out in the press conference. I just saw that he walked out in the press conference. He's not giving no explanation at all. Yo, the Lakers are the luckiest franchise. They're the luckiest franchise like ever, bro. I don't know what is going on in LA, the Dodgers, the Lakers. I don't know what y'all got going on. But y'all doing whatever they doing in Kansas City. I'm not gonna say too much because this is the internet, you know, they might come copy, but yo, bro.
Yo.
Nah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's still a shock to me, still. So it hasn't settled in yet. Yeah. What I still got to see the rest of the roster first, and once the rest of the roster comes into play, then we'll see what happens. But the Lakers always get the great when you go from dating all the way back, where you go from you got Mikan, and then from Mikan you go to Baylor, and then from Baylor you got West.
You know, we had Wilt,
and then Wilt, and then after Wilt and all those guys, you get Kareem, and then you get Magic, and then from Magic you get Shaq and Kobe, then you get Kobe and Powell, and then after Kobe and Powell you get LeBron, then LeBron and AD. Now you have LeBron and Luka.
I mean, even pivot. We got Dwight Howard. It didn't work. It didn't work the first time, but the fact that we were still able to pull that off, yeah, and that said something, you know.
It's crazy.
But I didn't think this was possible, man, because you know, like Ernest said earlier, it was gonna be real. It was gonna be real dark. You know,
Don't even say that, Eduardo. No,
I'm thinking
No.
LeBron.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Wemby's gonna be a Laker. That's happening.
You heard it here first, man.
That's happening.
Yo, bro. Yo, Angel, I don't know if you still hit. Yo, Angel, man. They robbed y'all to get Luka.
NBA.
Yo, bro. They robbed y'all to get a Luka, bro. Angel.
Yo, this is NBA imperialism, man. We just do what we want.
Yo, and if y'all tune in every week, y'all seen what Armani and Ernest been doing. They've been, oh my god,
they've been crying and all that.
Oh my god.
Oh, the struggle.
Now look at
the struggle, this and that.
Oh no!
We're supposed to trade Murray for Luka.
And then the Mavs would have had to do that. They probably was looking at that. I was like, no, nah.
They're not answering the phone.
Nah.
What are you talking about? But Josh, we have a reason to do that.
Reason to do what?
We have a reason to feel that way because, especially if you honestly believe that,
bro, I'm not.
Because look,
17 championships, bro.
Yes, we're spoiled. We have a reason to feel that way.
17 championships and what? 8 losing seasons.
So supposedly Luka had texted the group chat of the team and just said thanks for everything, and that was it.
No emojis.
He about to be on demon time. I'm telling y'all right now.
Oh boy.
I'm telling y'all right now. February 25th.
I don't know, man.
February 25th, Lakers at Mavericks.
And this is where
TNT game.
Shams, you know, we love you, Shams, but this is where we miss Woj. Because Woj would have had a whole article up. So having 5 W's.
Yeah, detailing
who, what, where, why, when.
Detailing everything.
Why?
Yeah.
Why did this happen? Because this is why we're so confused right now. We didn't get no article of nothing. We just share he was pushing 270. And last time I saw Luka, he don't look 270.
Yeah, they try to say he looked like James Harden when he won it out. Come on, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know, man. So February 25th.
TNT.
Lakers, Mavs. It's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be a great day.
Yeah. Obviously
Luka's breaking Kobe record, bro. He's breaking Kobe's record, bro.
83 points.
Just know 81 points is gonna be the third. It's gonna be third on that list after that day.
People forget Luka had a 70-point game last year. Like people forget that Luka had a 70-point game.
Yes,
This kid,
he had
I said this
73.
kid. I'm not even that much older than him. This guy just turned 25.
He had 73 on incredible efficiency, bro.
Oh man.
And then he
Yeah.
have like a 60-point triple double like a couple seasons ago against the Knicks.
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. I remember that
He did.
game.
Bro,
Yo, whoa. What?
But yeah, so
Oh, Mel in here
obviously-
too. Yeah, Mel. They stole Luka from y'all, man.
obviously, as you
I
know,
get it, Mel. Yeah, I get it.
obviously, as you know, we did have some other stuff happening throughout the league that this past week, which was NBA All-Star.
The Clippers trade.
we're not talking about that. We don't care about that, man.
Yeah.
Tucker for Patrick.
Drew Ebanks.
Yeah.
We went from AD for Luka to PJ Tucker.
Oh,
Patty
man.
Mills.
And it had nerve to say breaking news. Like we supposed to stop what we doing.
got
Like
graphics
I
on
looked at my phone, kept doing what I
Yeah.
was doing.
We didn't even get a graphic for AD and the Luka trade to begin with.
Because he was shocked too. James was
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shams like,
Yeah.
what?
And he tweeted, he said, "Yes, this is real."
Yeah, when he retweeted that, I was like, nah, this is a hack. Like, how you start off a tweet like, yes, this is real. Like, it just seemed like a parody tweet. But anyway, another quick news though. Obviously, last week the NBA had announced the reserves for the East and Western All Stars, and there was a lot of controversy about who was picked from the coaches, who was snubbed, and all that good stuff. So in the East, I'm gonna run it down real quick. Yeah, Jaylen Brown from Boston Celtics, Cade Cunningham from the Detroit Pistons, Darius Garland for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Tyler Hero from Miami Heat, Damian Lillard from the Milwaukee Bucks, Evan Mobley from the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Pascal Siakam from the Indiana Pacers. And then on the West, you have Anthony Davis from the Dallas Mavericks, Anthony Edwards, Minnesota Timberwolves, James Harden from the Los Angeles Clippers, Jaren Jackson Jr. from the Memphis Grizzlies, Alperen Sengun from the Houston Rockets, Victor Wembanyama from the San Antonio Spurs, and Jalen Williams from Oklahoma City Thunder. Jeez. How do you guys feel about the reserves? Obviously, there are some notable snubs that didn't get voted in by the coaches, and it's kind of annoying. Especially I'll go first real quick. My only issue, I'm not going to be totally upset with the reserve selection, but at the end of the day, if LaMelo Ball led the fan vote and you as a league and was voted third by the players, and you as a league have been talking about this glaring issue about viewership, and the said fan base that helps you with your viewership wants to see a guy in the All-Star game, and they voted for him outright, does not get in, that's a problem. And again, these guys who got selected are well deserving, but personally, I don't know if Dame or Darius Garland deserve to get in.
Nah, Dame didn't. I agree with Dame being in there.
And when we did our reserves last week, I don't think any of us had Dame
Nobody
on the
said
list.
Yeah.
Nobody said Dame. Yeah.
So, you guys give me your thoughts on it. And another one I have too for the West.
Great.
Norman Powell.
Okay. Good.
Norman
Yeah,
Powell
I
should
mean,
have got it.
so all right, I'll go. I'm in the same boat as you. Like I even tweeted this out. Imagine having somebody leading the East in guards votes and not getting selected at all. Like it kind of makes it feel like, so what's the point? What's the point we voted for you for if you don't even make the team? And then statistically, he's playing the best of his career. And then people like to say, oh, well, it's injuries and stuff like that. He hasn't been hurt this much this season. He just got hurt the other night against the Lakers. So what are we talking about? Oh, team wins and stuff like that. We're not focused on that. And to your point, we're trying to get ratings for the game. We're trying to make this an entertainment thing, especially since y'all changing up the rules. You're not doing East versus West no more. Y'all having 4 captains for the TNT the group picking the
Pick up
players.
game.
Yeah, why won't y'all have somebody like LaMelo who some even say he's a carefree player, just comes up jacking shots? Why wouldn't you want somebody like that in the game? Like the kids love LaMelo, so why not? You know what I mean? That's that. And then also Trae Young. He leads the league in assists. Like, how is he not on the All-Star team? You just start there. And then also, to your point, Ernest, I know you mentioned Norman Powell. I feel like Norman Powell should have been an All-Star as well, too. But then it was just like, you know what? You only got to have one Clipper. Like, I think that's what was, what it really came down to. And it's like, all right, you got to have the person who's been consistent and been driving the ship this entire season. That's been James Harden. No Kawhi. PG left in the offseason, and you got to go with somebody who's been keeping them above float, and that's James Harden.
I mean, yes. Norman Powell, like he leads the team in points. It wasn't, to me, it just wasn't just, I think James Harden was doing what James Harden does. Mm-hmm. I think the reason why they've been successful is you added on the uptick of production in Norman Powell. That's why I think he was more deserving. That's all.
That's a fair point. Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel the same way. LaMelo should have been in the game. This is a game for the fans, more than anything. And you took one of the players that the fans wanted to see probably the most. So I don't understand they only won 12, 11 games. This is not all NBA. All-Star criteria is different from all NBA criteria. I don't know why people are mixing that in. So that's my problem with that whole something of LaMelo.
And it's funny how like the narrative is, well, we reward winning. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. So Wemby is on a losing team. Kay Cunningham was on at the time losing record, and Tyler Hero losing record. So you can't say that and then use that as to justify why LaMelo didn't get in. Yeah. But meanwhile, he had the most votes for all guards in the East for a reason.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that doesn't click for me, because all the other guys, like we all mentioned, one of us mentioned at least one of them to make. Mm-hmm. So the other guys I get, but LaMelo not making it and Dame making it, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy to me.
But well, yeah. I mean, thank you guys for joining in. It is a wild weekend.
Wait, hold on. Adam Silva, what you doing, bro?
No 10-minute quarters, man.
Yeah,
it's not college, man.
That's not happening.
Adam Silva, like you.
Trust me, that's not happening.
So if y'all don't know,
Adam that ain't Silva, happening. No.
Just real quick, Adam Silva was on. I don't know who talk show he was on, but pretty much
the Dan Patrick. He was on the Dan Patrick show.
There you go. Talking about how he likes 10-minute quarters and stuff like that. And Mike Malone came out with a report. I can't really quote it verbatim, but he was like, like just leave it as it is. And why are we risking the integrity of the game to like apply to the viewers? Like, as long as I've been watching basketball, and I feel like we can all say the same here, quarters been always 12 minutes. We never cut corners anyway to give the viewer at home what they wanted. So like it's like, why now? Because everybody's talking about ratings and stuff like that. He even mentioned that fans at the arena feels like the game is too long. Well, so be it. You know what I mean? Like as long as we've known, game quarters has been 12 minutes. So why are we changing it now? Like it doesn't make any sense.
He said,
well,
fans are saying it's too long.
Yeah, like he alluded
then
to that.
Then stop
like,
the foul calls.
Fans at home,
facts.
Fans at the arena,
and the reviews, like so many reviews.
Because he mentioned that the Olympics are 2 hours, and think about it, those Olympic games was going by quick. It was 2 hours flat. And then my thing is, y'all got to start the games on time, because like y'all saying, all right, the game's starting at 7:30, but realistically, the game is starting at 8 o'clock, because that 7:30 slot is for TNT, the pop shit, and for ESPN to say whatever. And the next, 8 o'clock, you got the Knicks versus whoever. Like that 30 minutes just wasted. You know what I mean? Like, people's time, they want to value their time,
Yeah. And on top of that, what he's thinking is that since the men's and women's college game and the FIBA games that have 10-minute quarters, he feels that the NBA should explore the NBA having 10-minute quarters. But then again,
Nah,
it's like
man, don't change that.
That's gonna mess up the economy for bench players. It's
bench
gonna mess
players,
up a lot of people's stuff. Man.
records not going to be broken so
Yeah.
often. You know, like think about that. You know, like I said, as long as we know quarters have been 12 minutes, so why change it now? You know, it's kind of crazy. So, yeah. But appreciate y'all tuning in for this emergency episode.
It's gonna be a wild week. I tweeted out. I tweeted out like last week that the trade deadline is gonna go left. Like some shit is gonna just be like the things that are coming out gonna be left like out of left field, and we sure got that for sure. And there's still more to come though. It's not done. Like we still got Jimmy Butler. You still got De'Aaron Fox. You know, you still got Zach LaVine. You still have Brandon Ingram. There's a lot that's going to happen between now and Thursday. A lot of surprises. We'll see.
It was just a wild night in NBA and the WWE. You got Jay Uso winning the Royal Rumble, people crashing out and stuff like that, bro. Shit crazy, man.
I'm mad that like the lackey, like you a lackey, bro. Like you the help. They gave you the reins? Nah. I don't see. They had it right there. The last three should have been Punk, Roman, Seth. They had it.
What up, Johnson?
You want? Come on, man. You wash.
So this guy is saying he says his saying is yeet in 2025, bro. Come on.
Yeet.
That was something people were saying. What? How? That was 10 years ago.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Anyway,
appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah.
Subscribe
until next time.
Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff.
Yes, sir. And until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of the people around you, and watch some basketball. Peace and love.
Just be a Laker fan, bro. If y'all want easy life, just be a Laker fan.
Exactly.